Yo, what's up, y'all? Shout out to everybody. I'm on my way into Manhattan, on my way into the city, shoot some content. Got the new hoodie on, shoot the sweatpants. Make sure y'all go on. Make sure y'all go on my website, get you a pair of sweatpants, man. The podcast was sold.bigcartel.com. So today, man, is October the 16th, 2024. If you're new to the channel, welcome. Make sure you subscribe, like this video, share it with somebody. You could also follow me on my Instagram at the same name. The podcast was sold. Today marks my 34th year anniversary of being clean from drugs and alcohol. That's right. 34 years ago today, I stopped using, stopped drinking, stopped getting high, and my life changed for the better. And in the last 34 years, I haven't had a drink or a drug, not even a sip of beer. And, that's pretty cool. I lost my phone today, man. That kind of got me a little upset. You understand? Look at that gym right there. That got me a little upset. You come by, man. You understand? I lost my phone, I got a lot of good content on there, man. I lost all that, man. And I don't own the rights to none of this music, man. So I'm kind of like in a little bad space, man, because I lost my phone. You know the thing for this here? Somebody, excuse me. You know the code for the bathroom? Or somebody in there? So I'm how you doing? Is that the woman? My man just came out the woman's joint. The dude just walked out the woman's bathroom. Thank you. The dude just walked out the woman's bathroom. The dude just walked out. Where the light at? All right, hold on. What's going on here? All right, I'm gonna put y'all right here for a minute, man. I'm gonna put y'all right there. Just chill right there. Just chill right there. Let me take care of this. Go to the bathroom and whatnot. You understand? And we gonna get on the train. We're gonna go into Manhattan. So like I say, man, I lost my phone, man. I'm like, damn, man. But I hope. I was calling the phone, hoping the person that found it will call me back and give me my phone back if somebody found it. Cause I left it on the hood of my car. I left it on the hood of my car, and when I pulled off, it probably fell off the hood. So that's what happened. Let me wash my hands real quick. So that's what probably happened. When I pulled off, it fell off the hood and lost my shit, man. But I looked at it like to the truck right there. I looked at it like, hey, time for a new phone, new start, new beginning. You understand? Because my best days are in front of me. You know what I'm saying? That I know for a fact. But I got clean. I got clean in 1990. I was 21 years old. And I had started to get high. I started smoking weed at the age of 12. Going into the 7th grade. And, you know, I watched my father get high. Or the nigga they said was my father. I don't really know, to tell you the truth. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Could be, may not be. Shit, I don't know. I used to watch him smoke weed, sniff coke, and all that back in the 70s. And I couldn't wait till I got old enough so that I could do it. And I remember a kid I was in 6th grade with, he came by my house one day. This was the end of the 6th grade going into the 7th grade. He came by my house one day and he said, he showed me some weed. He had like 12 joints. And he said, let's go smoke them. I said, let's go. And we went. And I don't even think it was weed, because we claimed to have smoked all of them. We claimed to have smoked all of them. And I didn't get high. We didn't even get high. We didn't even get high. You know what I'm saying?
Pay first. Violation. You didn't pay.
And we didn't even get high. But we sat there and we smoked them. And that was the start of my high journey. That was the start of my high journey. And you know, even though I didn't get high that first time, whatever fear that I had about smoking was gone because I had did it. So it was only a matter of time, especially back in the 1980s. This is 1981. This is 1981. You understand? Where hip hop was in its purest form. And this is 1981. So I was going into the 7th grade. So when I got to junior high school, a lot of people were smoking weed. A lot of kids were smoking weed. And see, when I went to junior high school in 81, it was the 7th grade, 8th grade, and 9th grade. It was all in the same school. So it was just a matter of time before I ran into somebody, or some of the kids I used to hang out with came up on some weed, and I started smoking weed at 12 years old. I was 12. 81, I was born 69, right, 12 years old. And that was the beginning of the end of the honor roll student. That was the beginning. That was the beginning of the end. Hey, how you doing? I'm shooting a video. I'm gonna call you right back. All right. That was the beginning of the end of the athlete. That was the beginning of the end of the enthusiastic student, right? That was the beginning of the end of let me get my other joint, man. That was the beginning. Oh, I could put y'all up here, but I'm gonna take my other tripod out. That was the beginning of the end of the innocent 12-year-old kid. That was the beginning of the end. And that was the beginning of the end of the kid with a good attitude. That was the beginning of the kid that was full of life. And it was the beginning of the it was the beginning of the juvenile delinquent, right? It was the beginning of the kid that no longer wanted to play sports. I quit baseball, I quit everything. I quit football, I quit basketball, I quit everything. I would go out for the team, but when they said you had to practice every day or when it got hard, I quit. That was the beginning of the criminal. That was the beginning of my life in juvenile court in Paterson, New Jersey. Judge Ferranti. That was the beginning of the deterioration of my relationship with my mother. That was the beginning of the deterioration of my relationship with all authority figures. That was the beginning of the end of the happy Sean, the enthusiastic Sean. You understand? And the weed, I was smoking a lot of weed, drinking a lot of beer, drinking liquor. And as I progressed through junior high school and high school, I started to use harder drugs. I got dusted. The first time I got dusted, I think I was in the 9th grade. Smoke some dust. You ever smoke angel dust? You ever got dusted before? Got dusted, I think, the first time. I only got dusted twice in my life. It was too intense for me. I ain't like getting dusted. It was too crazy. Then I started taking mescaline, LSD. I did that like 3 times. And one time I took too many. Hits of mescaline and OD'd, man. I had to go to the hospital and shit. They had to pump my stomach. The first time I took it, it was like a little purple. It was the purple double barrel micro dots. And I took one, and like with meth or with acid, it takes about 45 minutes to an hour for it to kick in with shrooms. So I took it, And I didn't feel nothing for like the first half hour. I was like, yo, what's up? Give me another one. Bang down another one. That's 2 hits of mescaline. I'm in the 9th grade. I'm maybe 110 pounds. Then I took another one. And long story short, it started to kick in. And I went on a wild trip. I went on a mean trip. And I tripped for like 18 hours. I tripped for about 18 hours, man. I tripped for about 18 hours. And I remember getting in the bathtub. My mother came. She came from work. She found me all bent out of shape, out of my mind. I'm bugging hard. And I remember I'm like 13 years old, 12, no, I'm like 13, 14, something like that. And I got in the bathtub. My mother put me in the bathtub to try to give me a bath to calm me down because I'm wild and I'm bugging. And I got in the bathtub. I remember the bar of soap was like this big, man. The bar of soap was like that. And I'm tripping. And it's a purple dude on the cold water faucet and a green dude on the hot water. I'm tripping. And my mother ended up taking me to the hospital in Passaic. St. Mary's Hospital ain't there no more. And I just had to let it wear off. But that's what weed opened the door for me to harder drugs. I sniffed coke for the first time in the 11th grade. That was the first time I ever sniffed coke. And I sniffed coke for 11th grade, and then I smoked crack for the first time my senior year in high school, which was 1987. And you know, I loved cocaine. I loved it. I loved cocaine. I loved it. And you know, that was the beginning of the end of that was the beginning of my downfall, man. And I eventually graduated high school. I was always academically gifted. I'm very smart. I'm very intelligent. I can read a book. And tell you exactly what's in that book. I have like a photographic memory. My memory is crazy, still to this day. So I was able to graduate high school. And how y'all like these sweatpants? These sweatpants is money, right? These sweats is money. Go on my website and get a pic. Check me out. I was able to graduate high school. I went to college. My mother got me into college in Atlanta, Georgia, Morris Brown, historically black college. And I thought that the fact that I lived here in North Jersey and New York is right there, I thought that New York was the problem, that I wasn't the problem, and that if I just left the New York City metropolitan area and went down south, I could fix my addiction. I wouldn't be addicted no more, right? I wouldn't want to get high no more. But the reality is that wherever you go, you take you with you. And so I went to Atlanta in 1987 and started smoking weed and getting drunk on a college campus. You know, weed and drinking is rampant on college campuses. That's what we do in college. And so my addiction opened right up. And then before you know it, I'm running around Atlanta uh, getting high, you know, dropped out of college, and you know, I remember, like while I was in the horrors of my active addiction, because toward this time, 1989, 80, 89, 90, I'm just straight cocaine now. I'm straight sniffing blow, and I'm straight smoking crack. That's all I'm doing. I'm still smoking weed, but my drug of choice is blow. And you know, I remember like looking at myself, right? I dropped out of college. I quit all my jobs. I was unemployable, antisocial. I wasn't in school. I was just a bum at 21 years old. And I remember looking at myself saying, like, Sean, you better than this. Sean, you better than this, man. You way better than this. Look at where you come from. Look at you better than this. You better than this. I knew I was better than that. But I couldn't stop. I couldn't stop. Almost got killed a couple times. You know, in Atlanta, almost got killed in Harlem a few times. It just was crazy, man. And I'm experiencing all of this at 18, 19, 20, 21. In the street, you know. And luckily I survived it. And I remember just looking at myself and just saying, like, Sean, look at you. Look at you, man. You can't stop. And I remember my teacher, one of my accounting teachers, one of my accounting professors, she loved me. She had took a special interest in me because, like, even though I was smoking weed, even though I was drinking, getting drunk, smoking weed in college, when I first got there, I wasn't really messing with the blow too tough. I would only get skied when I came back to Jersey, and I would hook up with my man, and we would go straight to New York. You know what I'm saying? Get some blow, get high. But when I went to Atlanta, I was just straight weed and beer, and I was making the honor roll. I had over 3.0 grade point average. I was on the honor roll. So I was thinking, I'm smoking weed and getting drunk. I'm making an honor roll, so I ain't got no problem. Fool them, devil. Fool them, devil. And it was an accounting teacher who took a special interest in me because she saw how smart I was. A lot of my professors did. And a lot of times when you in active addiction, when you in the throes of addiction and addiction got a hold of you, you can't see how much you've declined. But people that see you and encounter you every day, they can see your descent, your decline. And I remember Miss Banks called me in her office. Her name was Miss Banks, black woman. And she said, Sean, I want to see you in my office after class. And she brought me in her office, closed the door, and she reached out. She reached out to me without offending me and being so forward, saying, like, Sean, I know you getting hot. Look at how you look. You losing weight. You look back. She sat me down and she said something to the effect that, like, yo, Sean, are you all right? You know what I'm saying? Is everything okay? She was asking, like, in them roundabout ways without being so forward with me. And you know me, I'm like, yeah, I'm cool. Yeah, I'm all right. Everything cool. But I'm hurting inside. I'm suffering. And you know, train coming now. You know, I just kept going on. And then eventually, my addiction in college eventually
Welcome to Harrison, New Jersey. Welcome to Harrison, man.
The closing doors.
so eventually my addiction just spiraled out of control, and I started failing classes. I started missing classes, staying up all night, staying up 2 and 3 days in a row, getting high, not eating. Just it got bad. It got bad, and I ended up dropping out of college. Broke my mother's heart. She had spent all this money on me to go to college. She had all of these dreams for me to graduate college. I was smart, you know what I'm saying? I could have been anything I wanted to be, and I still can. You know what I'm saying? And here I was, I leave Jersey to go to Atlanta to go to school, and I quit. I drop out because I'm getting high. She was devastated, I was devastated, and I was dating this girl. My freshman year, me and her met, started dating. We dated for like 3 years. And she eventually left me because I wasn't shit. I wasn't good. She eventually left me because I was getting high. The drugs and the alcohol came more important than her. So she left me. And I remember, man, I was at the end. I was beaten. And I had tried. One thing about me, right? I have a lot of pride, and I have a lot of arrogance, and I have a lot of conceit, right? And especially at that time, I didn't know anything about being humble or humility like I know now. And I didn't want to admit defeat, right? Because I thought that if I said that the drugs had beat me, that alcohol had beat me, that I was weak. And so that kept me using out in the street longer than what I should have been. So I got clean October 16th, 1990. Today is October 16th, 2024. I've been clean 34 years. But I really knew I had a problem in July. I wanted to stop getting high like July, August, but I couldn't. And all I did for July 1990, August 1990, September 1990 was suffer. I just suffered in active addiction. And I finally got, see, if the drugs don't kill you first, if the alcohol and the drugs don't kill you first, it'll beat you into submission, right? And it beat me into submission to the point to where I could no longer fake it that I was in control. I could no longer act like I was in control, because I wasn't. And I called my girl, my ex-girl, because she left me. And I called her one day, it was October 15th. I called her, I said, look, because by this time, right, I'm selling drugs too. I'm in Atlanta. I'm selling drugs in Atlanta to support my habit. Right? Dumb. But this is what I'm doing. And I remember I used to see this billboard on 85 in Atlanta that talked about a drug treatment program. Because you're talking about the late 80s, early 90s, right? Crack epidemic, it's crazy. It's impacting the whole country. And I'm one of them. And I used to see this billboard, and I remember, I don't know how I remembered it, maybe remember the number, whatever. I called my ex-girl, I said, look, call this place and tell these people to come get me because I need help. And that was the first time that I admitted that I needed help. And she called, and she called my mother, and my mother came up to Atlanta from Lincolnton, and my ex-girl came over, and they were just sitting there with me, waiting for these people to come get me. And I was defeated, y'all. I was defeated. I was defeated. I was defeated. I was at the lowest that I had ever been in my life up to that point. I was a failure. I was a failure in my own eyes, and I knew it, and in my mother's eyes. And I felt so bad. I was embarrassed. I was humiliated. I was ashamed. I was hurting. I was physically unhealthy, mentally unhealthy, spiritually unhealthy, the whole shit. And I remember a black dude came to pick me up, take me to the treatment center. It was a 30-day, it was a 28-day inpatient drug treatment center, rehab. So the dude came, it's a brother. His name was Nate. His name was Nate. Nate M. And my mother was there, my girl was there, I was embarrassed. So he was like, yo, you ready? I was like, yeah. So me and him walked out my apartment. My mother was paying for my apartment. I was a disaster. We went and got in his car, and he had a Jetta. He had a Volkswagen Jetta. And we got in the car, just me and him. And he said, we were starting to take off, ride. And he said, Sean, what was you using? What drugs were you using? I said, man, I was smoking weed, drinking. You know what I'm saying? Sniffing a little blow. And I said, smoking crack. Because I was embarrassed, right? I was embarrassed. Because you didn't want to be no crackhead in the 80s. That wasn't a good look, right? And when I told him that, when I said that out my mouth, and when I told him, it was like a big sack of cinder blocks that I had been carrying on my back was off my back. It was like I was released. And you know what he said? He looked at me, he said, yeah? He said, yeah, me too. He said, I used to do that too. But I've been clean for 4 years. And I looked at him, because let me tell you something, y'all. You know me? You probably see me on YouTube or Instagram. Bloomfield. Yeah, but I be in Brooklyn. I be over there. Huh? Thank you, man. What? 32 years? For the prison?
Change here for the train
You
to
did 32 straight?
33rd Street
Where
across
at?
the platform.
Where at? All over New York. Come here. Come here. Check my man out, y'all. Oh, you want to say what's up to the people?
Peace. You know, the brother gave a powerful testimony. This is Rick Martin. I just come from Rutgers University, working on a documentary on residential segregation. Listen to him. He has a lot of good experience. Peace.
This is the train to World Trade Center.
You getting off right here, Rick?
The next stop is
this World Trade
Rose
Center?
Street.
No, this Journal Square, Jersey City. It's Jersey City.
Where we at, we call World Trade Center. We call it Chambers. No, not Chambers. We call it Growing.
Chambers.
No, we call it
Or Fulton Street.
Fulton. That's
Fulton.
Yeah, Fulton.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So listen, you was that. Can I interview you real quick?
Let's just try to set up something. 'Cause that was really,
You heard me over there saying.
Yeah, the brother gave a powerful testimony in his own right that I added on. Usually you don't see that. A lot of people speak about the highs and but they don't speak about the lows. So in order to have some sense of balance, you have to recognize both and just push forward when things don't work your way.
You did 32 years straight?
Yeah, I did 32 straight.
All over New York correction.
Yeah, I got arrested as 19. Yeah.
Arrested for what?
A few things that
32 years, I think we kind of know what it was, right?
But I do
changed.
my little mentorship work.
Give them your Instagram, your contact information.
Well, I don't have any of that.
How long you been home?
It's 2013.
Okay. How old are you?
We'll leave that one out.
Because you look young, man.
I am young. I'm relevant.
You relevant?
Actual fact.
Okay. Where you from originally, though?
I'm born in Harlem.
Okay. But you say you was in East New York?
Yeah. I'm in East New York now.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
All right. Rick, right?
Yeah.
All right, Rick. My YouTube channel is the podcast with Soul.
Oh, okay.
The podcast with Soul. Soul in the Soul.
S-O-U-L?
S-O-U-L.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna upload this video today, so you're gonna be on there.
Yeah, we should have did something more official than that, though.
But we can do something. We can do something. I'll give you my number before we get off.
Yeah.
So, like I was saying, y'all, it was like a big relief was off my back. And at this time, in the 80s, toward the end, listen, I tried to get clean so many times on my own. I tried to get clean. It's gonna ring through here. Watch.
You got one of them fancy phones.
Okay, so being that we under the tunnel, it didn't ring.
And what's your name again?
Sean, S-E-A-N.
Okay, gotcha.
I had tried to get clean so many times on my own, and I would always relapse. I would say, yo, I would get paid on a Friday and say, yo, I'm just gonna give me a dime bag of weed, a 40, and that's gonna be it. I'm gonna go home. And it never would work. I would end up in Harlem at the coke spot, getting a couple grams, 8 ball or whatever. And I did that so much that I didn't believe that I could get clean. So when my man told me, he said, Sean, Nate, the dude that came to pick me up to take me to treatment, he said, man, I've been clean 4 years. I said, what you was getting high with? He said, man, cocaine, crack, weed, said everything you was doing. I didn't want to believe him, but when I looked at him, he had a haircut, he had gold chain, he had a watch on, he had on nice clothes, he had rings on, he had weight on him, so he looked like he really was clean. So that was my first sign of hope that maybe I could get clean. So we went up to the. You put my number in, Rick.
Yes, sir.
So we went to we got to the treatment center, and you know, I got checked in.
This is the train to World Trade Center.
They weighed
The
me.
next stop is Exchange Place.
I was 129 pounds.
Closing doors.
129 pounds. And I stayed the night. I stayed there 28 straight days. And like I told you, Nate was my first sign of hope. He was my first sign of hope. And then another brother had came in there who worked at the facility. His name was Jerome. And Jerome was from New York. I'm in Atlanta now. I'm in Smyrna, Georgia. Smyrna. Sorry. I'm in Smyrna. So Jerome was a counselor. Jerome was a. Oh, you want? Oh, Jerome was a counselor, and he would lead groups. And he was cool. He used to wear nice sweaters, nice clothes, rings, watch, chain, nice haircut, shave, hygiene up. And he said that he shot heroin, but he had been clean for 7 years. And my perception at the time and what I had been told is that like I never shot heroin, I never shot no drug, I never did no intravenous drug. I was always afraid of needles. But I said the niggas that shoot dope, them real addicts. I judged to try to make myself feel better than them, to say I was better than them. But here he was clean for 7 years, and I can't get clean at all. I ain't clean 7 days. He was my second sign of hope. And there was another counselor that came in, another brother. His name was Paul. And Paul was another
This
counselor.
stop is Exchange Place.
And Paul used to
Change
wear
here for the train to
Paul used to wear
Hoboken.
shirt,
Across the
ties,
platform.
suits, clean. And he was calm and relaxed. Jerome was calm and relaxed. I'm off the hook, I'm off the chain, hyper. And I think Paul had been clean like, I want to say 20 years. And he was a former heroin addict.
This is the train
And,
to World Trade Center.
Stand
He was
clear
my
of
third
closing
sign of
doors.
hope. And I got underneath these dudes, man. I got underneath Jerome. I got underneath Paul. And I watched him.
Standing for the ality, fighting against Jamaican drug gangs taking over the territory. King Tut was from the Cypress Hills Project,
really
which
exciting.
was the
That's you?
birthplace of the gang called the A-Team, which gangsters King Tut and Haitian Jab, who were initially stick-up kids, took on claiming the A-Team gang as King Tut and Haitian Jab.
Send me that.
Jamaican drug dealers, which the original A-Team gang initially fighting against.
That's you right there. So, I'm gonna upload this because I'm 44 minutes in. So you reach out to me if you want to do something. You do
I
something.
got a lot of things lined up. Usually I don't do that, but I felt your testimony.
Thank you. So I followed these dudes. I watched these dudes. They gave me hope. They gave me hope that I didn't have. They gave me hope. They gave me belief in myself that if they could get clean, I could get clean. If they could stop, I could stop. If they could get jobs and be productive citizens, I could get a job and be a productive citizen. And I stayed there 28 days. I stayed clean. And, you know, I got out and they suggested that I go to aftercare, which was 90 days aftercare, going to, it was 2 nights a week. We would go to these groups, support groups. They suggested I go to AA, Alcoholics Anonymous. They suggested that I go to NA, Narcotics Anonymous. I did everything they told me to do. Whatever they suggested, I did it because I didn't want to get high no more. I did not want to use no more. And I stayed clean, man. And I never got high no more after that. And today is 34 years. 34 years. I went back to school, finished up my degree, got jobs, worked in the corporate world, been through heartbreak, all kind of life situations, never picked up, never got drunk, never got high again, nothing.
Amen.
I made my decision that I was not gonna go back to that life, that I was not gonna live that way. I wasn't gonna die that way. And went on, got my bachelor's degree, then when I got the master's degree, worked in the corporate world, made $1 million, all of that. Lost it, went to federal prison. The whole, y'all know my whole story. And, you know. All right. Right, peace. You got my number.
Yeah, but you'll be better if you structure it in 20 to 30-minute segments. You gotta realize people don't have long attention spans.
You just running into me now. I've been doing YouTube for 8 years. I got over 100,000 subscribers.
Yeah, but
So I know what I'm doing. You said Rob? Rob? Rick. All right, Rick.
This is the train
So-
to Newark Penn Station.
So,
Making a stop at Exchange Place.
So I stayed clean. I never got high again after that. And I think what was so important for me was I needed to see other people. I needed to see other people doing it, man. Oh, no filming? I needed to see other people doing it, man. And let me tell you this. I saw a lot of friends, people that I knew, OD and die. I seen a lot of people that I knew kill themselves and commit suicide because they couldn't stop getting high. I saw a lot of people lose their wives, their families, their husbands, their wives, their children. Commit vehicular homicide, go to prison. I seen a lot of people quit on themselves and give up on life and never make it. Lose their minds, chemical imbalances in the brain, psychological issues, went crazy, bums on the street. I've seen it all with people that I knew. This is my real life. So I'm grateful. When I look at my life, many times I could have got killed in Harlem, a couple times. Guns drawn on me in Atlanta. I was in some dangerous places, man. Dangerous. Whether I was selling drugs or using drugs, because after I got clean, right, I decided that I was gonna start selling drugs, right? So now I'm gonna make back all the money that I spent getting high. Let me make it back selling. Almost got killed doing that. Went to jail for doing that. You know, Fulton County Jail, Atlanta, Georgia, Rice Street. You know what I'm saying? DeKalb County Jail, Memorial Drive, all of that. You know, just my experience was any type of involvement in drugs, I ended up losing. I ended up a loser. So I don't mess with it. Never that. Never that. You know? A lot of dudes I knew that was hustlers went to jail for a long time. Long time. And you know, so I don't know why I told y'all this story. I think because I see so many young dudes smoking weed, and I think y'all do it because you see a lot of these rappers, most of y'all want to be rappers. You don't want to be yourself. You want to be a rapper because you see a rapper on TV. You know what I'm saying? And you see these niggas smoking weed in videos. That shit is so corny. That shit is so corny. World Trade Center, y'all. World Trade Center. You know, and a lot of y'all think that weed ain't a drug, that it's harmless. It's a lie. That's a lie. It's a lie. Weed is a drug, and it destroys lives. And I don't want to hear none of that, oh, it come from the earth and God made it, it's a plant. Fuck out of here with that. Tell that to somebody else, kid. Can't tell that to the God. I know from my real life what it is. What I seen it do to my life and what I seen it do to other people's lives. You understand? So you can be in denial like I was all you want. You could be in denial all you want and try to justify your behavior. Look at how you look. Look at the condition of your life. You ain't got no job. Look at how your body look. You understand? Look at your mind. You disorganized. You get high every day. That's not living, kid. And you trying to justify it like, yo, I write rhymes better like that. I paint better. I draw better. Like you do everything better. Corny, man. Corny, man. Tell that to somebody else, man. Tell that to your mother or to your girl, because they don't know. But see, an addict know another addict. You can't front on us, because I am you. I just don't get high no more. Weed destroyed my life. Alcohol destroyed my life. Cocaine destroyed my life. Cocaine, crack destroyed my life. Any type of affiliation with drugs destroyed my life. You understand? You know what I'm saying? So, World Trade Center, y'all. I'm clean today, though. I don't get high at all, man. I don't get high at all. I don't even drink. If I go out with a honey, me and a honey go out, you know what I'm saying? Me and a honey go out. Me and a honey go out and she drink. We having a nice dinner. And she wanna get her a meal. And she wanna have a drink with her meal. Baby, go ahead, knock yourself out. I don't care. Knock yourself out. What you gonna drink, Sean? I'm getting some water. You know what I'm saying? I'm getting some water with a lemon in it. You understand? Or I'm gonna get me some tea. Sean, you don't drink? Nah, I don't drink, baby. Sean, you don't drink? Nah, baby, I don't drink. You know what I'm saying? Nah. I don't need it. You know? It saved my life, changed my life. If I would have kept going If I wouldn't have got clean, I'd be dead for sure. I'd be dead for sure. 100%. In my early 20s, that's how I was living. You understand? So I'm grateful for every day that I'm alive. I'm grateful for every day that I'm alive. You know what I'm saying? And that's what it is. All right, y'all. Peace.